Watch, yo, watch what I can do now. Watch what I can do. Yeah, you like this game? You like it? We're playing it. Marvel vs. Cap. No. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes. Okay, I'm sorry. This is so cool to me. Like, seriously. Like, this is like changed. Like, I love the layout. Personally, I want to know what you guys think. I know there's not that many people here right now. But what do you guys think of the new layout? Personally, for me, I love it. I'm keeping it. I love the game and the window. I like how I'm here, but like the game's right there. See what I'm saying? The game's right there, and then like you guys are like right above me. You know what I'm saying? Influencing my head, and then there's my logo over there. Right, you guys, it's like right there, like right over there. What do you guys also think of the audio? You know what I'm saying? I know now how to actually do it. Like, I know how to like level things out in terms of like how loud some things should be. I don't think we should have that problem anymore, although we might still get ear raped. But I think the microphone is making like a difference, because I don't think like my other microphone, it served me well. I loved her so much. The solo cast was so great. But this microphone seems more awesome. You know, it's not like an Audio Technica or anything. It's like an AKG P420. I've had this for a while, but I've added this windscreen right here. Got this stand, and I got a new interface. So I personally I've heard it, and it sounds pretty clean. There will be my videos going forward where I will not be using this microphone yet, but I will be using it like in the future. I want to probably talk about some things, and I think I might maybe talk about like the PlayStation 5 being like $700, which is so stupid. So like, I think I'll probably like use this microphone as like a good test for it. Probably should put that in the notes. Yeah, it's not even just that. Like, the PlayStation 5 being like $700, dude. The PlayStation 5 is $700 goddamn dollars. I'm not gonna get into all the memes on how much I could, like, what else I could do for $700. You know, I think like at the end of the day, like, this is the reason why I'm not buying a PlayStation 5, and I have been extremely like loyal to like console gaming as a whole, right? It was more about that more than just like PlayStation. But I've always been a PlayStation guy. Like, my first console was a PlayStation 2, right? I've always loved PlayStation to death. But the thing about it is that like PlayStation is like out here really selling games, these consoles, for like $700, and it doesn't even have like a disc drive. Like, the funny thing about it is that it's $700, and I know that scalpers are gonna get a hold of it, but you got people. I know for a dang fact, I've seen it. I've seen people actually do it. Buy like these $1,000 PlayStation 5s. Remember when like the great recession of PlayStation 5 was going on? Everybody was looking for a PlayStation 5 so bad. They actually dove in, and they just said to themselves, I'm just going to be a part of the problem, and I'm just going to buy the consoles from like the scalpers. And you know what? It really pisses me off that people actually did that, because you're not supposed to let the scalpers win. Wait for them to drop the console, because even then, like, the PlayStation 5 doesn't really have any games. Like, Astrobot, that new Astrobot game is like amazing. That is like, I've seen, I know they've been the first one, but like that new Astrobot game is so freaking awesome, dude. I really want to, you know, play that, but I do have a PlayStation 5, but it's not like really mine. Like, I share it, but like, I think that's like literally like the only game like I can play. Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry was the only other thing I really wanted to get when I first PlayStation 5 like first launched. Besides that, nothing else. Like, I don't really care for Demon Souls. I like Ratchet and Clank, but like, not really, because I've never really played the games like that. I played a little bit on like the PSP, but that was it. You know, I played that, but at the same time, like, there's really nothing else.
Yeah, baby.
And just like, I know that whole thing about like PlayStation and them saying like, oh, we don't have that many IPs. Jak and Daxter, Infamous, freaking Ratchet and Clank, freaking Killzone. Resurrection or something like that. What's that thing called? I forgot. I don't know. But like it's something with like an R or something like that. I'm fighting right now, so I don't really care. But the point of the matter is that they've got all these IPs and stuff like that. Ape Escape, and they're saying that they don't actually have any IPs. Bullcrap. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, stop taking this stuff from these freaking developers and just trying to trust them. You know, I understand like why I love like Valve and stuff like that, but like everything, like they could do something wrong, and I would definitely call them out on it, and I would definitely they would definitely lose some of my respect, but I have no reason to really think that, because as far as I know, Capcom's pretty awesome right now, of course. I mean, I'm playing their freaking game right now, but like Valve themselves have like never really showed me why I should not like really trust them, because they, you know, I understand they don't really make that many games anymore, but their deals and the games that they do have and Steam and all that stuff makes me like so like loyal. Like I'm not even gonna lie. The only other company that I could think of is Nintendo that actually does like the same thing. And it really pisses me off, because like I should be able to understand that some of these companies, at least two of them, can make good games, and that's Valve and Nintendo. But Valve and Nintendo are the only ones besides like first party, at least, because you know Capcom makes good games. Sega, PlayStation 5, man, I don't feel any reason to really buy it, because like Sony just is like, I don't really see a reason. And besides, I loved my PlayStation 4. Like my PlayStation 4, I'd consider that to be one of like the best consoles of all time. I'm actually playing this with a PlayStation 4 controller, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is the best controller of all time. Like straight up, there is no controller better than this. The DualSense, people like to say it's actually better. I've played with it and it's got a whole lot of nothing in it. Like it's just a controller that it's okay at best, because of the fact that the battery life in it, and like, you know, it's just terrible. The games, it feels really clunky to hold. Like it's a little bit bigger, but even with a guy like me that has big hands, I like to kind of overpower my controller in a way, and it makes me feel like I'm really in control, because even though my big hands do cover this entire controller and stuff, this controller I still feel like it's big enough for me to be able to handle. You know, D-pad is amazing, analog sticks have great grip, the shoulder buttons, you know, they are amazing. They feel like gas pedals, and they feel like or like gun, you know, whatever, like what you call those, like the triggers, right? These are freaking amazing. But like I don't see a reason to go from this to the PlayStation 5. And you know, again, they have like the haptic feedback thing going on with it. It's a little bit bigger, but it's just not like that good, like at all. And I actually love this light bar. I think people got annoyed by this. I love this thing. I don't give a freak. But the point of the matter is that I love this controller. I love the PlayStation 4. It's one of the best consoles of all time. And don't even get me wrong, like you got to remember that PlayStation took the freaking home menu, being able to customize the home menu, their freaking profile, the PlayStation Home, everything like that. They took all of that away from the PlayStation 5, and everybody's going crazy for that console? Are you kidding me? No, absolutely not. I like customization. I like when I'm able to do things with my devices. I'm able to have fun with them and not have to keep the device online, or the disk drive is just like secondary, and the game's not completely on the game disc. You know what I'm saying? If I buy something like this right here, the PlayStation 4 version of Grand Theft Auto 5, which I conveniently have under my desk right now, all of the game data is actually on this disc. Hopefully, I don't really know how that actually worked. This came out in 2014, I would assume. But the point of it is that all that the game data came out on this disc. What about the Switch Pro controller? Okay, the Switch Pro controller. Okay, I love this controller. This is a great controller. This controller has godlike battery life because they literally put like a freaking 3DS battery in this thing. It's an amazing controller. I don't want to get like too sidetracked here, but like it's an amazing controller. It's got great feeling at the grip of the damn. But yeah, the grip of this controller's like thumbsticks are great. They feel snappy, and I feel like I'm not gonna like flick it off or whatever. The buttons are very nice and like pushy. They're very amazing. They feel like when you actually press something, it's like you get so much like pushback. It's weird to me, but I love it. And honestly, everything else about the controller, I love the fact that they don't have like a stupid share and options button. They just have a plus and minus symbol. They got a home button and all this other stuff. I love it. And the only thing I really don't like about this controller is the fact that the D-pad, which is a great well, it's kind of okay. The D-pad is right here. I do not like the D-pad being right here. I like the D-pad being right here. I know that probably comes from like my PlayStation days, but like no, this needs to be right here because like it just does not feel right because it feels so secondary, and I just don't like it going like all the way from the D-pad to like going all the way up here to get to like the buttons like a 2D platformer. It just doesn't feel right. Plus, I played this like fighting game stuff like this, and the D-pad messes up my inputs. It's like super hard to do a quarter circle like punch for absolutely no reason. God, not like a quarter circle. God forbid you do like a half circle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this, it's not really all that accurate. It's still a great D-pad. You can definitely play with like most games just fine, but there are some like problems with like the misinputs and stuff like that. It's not that good. I love this controller and all, but at the same time, it's not like perfect. I think this would probably be the second best controller of all time. Well, I don't know about that because the GameCube controller is godlike. I love the GameCube controller, and don't get me started about like the PlayStation 2 controller. I feel you. The only reason I got a PlayStation 5 was for a few exclusives like Spider-Man and God of War. Other than that, PlayStation 4 rules. Yeah, like it's so freaking obvious. Like the PlayStation 4 is such a better console. The only thing I wish that it was now, like all I wish really, like they updated the console obviously to actually justify them actually upgrading and not just gonna say like, oh yeah, they just gave it like a new processor and now it's a little bit faster. No, upgrade graphics card, the processor and all that stuff, make it so that it's actually a big leap, and keep the controller, all that stuff, keep that stuff all there, make it backwards compatible. And I would have been like, yes, go buy a PlayStation 5. That's where I get all of my third party stuff. That's where I get a lot of first party stuff, right? But I can't say that now. Like, no, don't get a PlayStation 5. You will be better off. Well, I can't tell you what you're gonna do, but I'm not getting a PlayStation 5. I'm most definitely not getting a PlayStation 5 Pro. $700? And in other countries, it's going to be like a lot more. Do you know what scalpers are going to do? The PlayStation 5 was already $1,000 with it being the base price of $500. What the freak do you think it's going to cost for the PlayStation 4? I mean, PlayStation 5 Pro? Like $2,000? Like dang near? Absolutely not. No, look. If there's one thing that the gaming community actually really does need to do, they actually need to like legit stand up and stop. Like the solution to a lot of problems in life sometimes is to not actually do that thing. It's actually not to participate that. If a game is bad, don't buy it. If something is not worth your time and money, don't buy it. At the very least, refund it. You know what I'm saying? But, sometimes you can't say that to people because you say something's bad or whatever, and they'll just buy it because they'll be like, oh my God, this is really fun content, or I can have fun with my friends or whatever. But, at the same time, it's not a good practice, I know I just got into that little rant, but like I get really passionate about this. Plus 90% of the games on PlayStation 4 are still on PlayStation 4. I mean, PlayStation 5 are still on PlayStation 4. That's the thing about it. Like this console generation's like, how many years are we into this? 4 years, and we still got games coming out on the PlayStation on the PlayStation 4 that are on the PlayStation 5, but you might as well just get on the PlayStation 4 because like who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like this is the most underwhelming console generation of all time. I know this has been said, but like I've been a PC guy for like the past 3 years now, like primarily like straight up. and I've never felt happier. The Switch console is the only thing like I'm actually waiting for. Like the Switch console is the only thing that I feel like is gonna have like a chance of being like actually good. Because like all this other stuff that they got going on, nah. But Nintendo, you know all they gotta do? They gotta do the same thing that ironically Sony did to Sega back with the the Sega Saturn. They just gotta wait for them to make a stupid decision and then immediately say, hey guys, look, the console $299 or whatever, or however much they said it was. The Nintendo, they got to come and just be like, okay, Nintendo Switch more powerful, backwards compatible. It's amazing now. We love the Nintendo Switch. We absolutely love the Nintendo Switch. I like this. Nintendo Switch is actually straight up one of the best consoles of all time. The console the console stuff is like dying like straight up like before our eyes, and we're just like seeing it, and it's actually quite sad. Like I'm making jokes about it and stuff like that, but like it's really sad to see like where gaming is like actually really going. Like physical media becoming like a thing of the past. No boy. All right, man. Gonna freaking die. Maximum level. Hey, don't tell me anything to do. Okay. I just wanted to kill the shit out of him. This is definitely the arcade version. This is not how the PlayStation 2 version used to look. Not really. The Switch 2 would be with the PlayStation 5 and Series X. Nintendo goes off its own cycle. I hope that at least they try to make it more powerful than the Switch. I mean, the Series X and the PlayStation 5, because we're already probably like halfway through this generation now, and I don't want the Switch 2 to have the same problem as the Switch, where the hardware unfortunately is aging. You know, I do see that though. I definitely do see that. They don't really care like about like what's like the most like popular or the most powerful hardware or stuff like that. Like they just care about like making good games, and that's why I like that. You like there's a lot of practices that they do that sucks, but man, a game is supposed to be fun, and they for some reason are some of the only people that understand that, and it's a little stupid, but that's all right, because at least someone understands. I mean, like I think now we're seeing the rise of like indie stuff now, like first party people and these other like top notch developers, I guess. They're going down. Like they are showing to people that this is actually really good practice. Like playing like a fighting game and like trying to commentate at the same time. I don't know why. It's kind of cool. But like the whole entire thing is that like these game developers are like now showing people that like these people are just not trying to make these games fun anymore. They're adding all this stuff in that no one really cares about. They got microtransactions, they got all this freaking pay to win stuff. Most of the game that you actually have to download is like too big and it can't fit on the goddamn disc or your storage anymore. Storage is going down because the PlayStation 5 doesn't have that much storage, and like all these other like there's so many like myriad of problems right now. Like it's so stupid. So and don't even get me wrong. Again, I'm not even like really just talking about the fact that the games just aren't fun nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really buy too many games. I never buy that many games that are new nowadays. This is probably the 1 year that I'm probably gonna buy a lot of cool stuff like Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. What's another game up? Like this game right here, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Like I'm gonna buy these games because of the fact that they are really great games. Like you can't tell me that you can just immediately think of like Activision and be like, yeah, I can buy a game from Activision and I know that the games is actually going to be good. That didn't do nothing to freaking her because she knows her. All right. I love the fact that like when she does that, she straight up looks like she's doing a spin dash. Oh my God. You just tried to do something to me? Oh man, I was going to. Don't tell me to freaking do nothing. Stupid. Man, this girl just really just made me call Felicia stupid. But yeah, I can't deal with that. So with that being said, like if developers are going to start doing that, I have been seeing like more indie games and stuff pile up. That's why like when I was looking at Sage, like, I was like, oh my God, there's so many freaking indie developers. I love it. And I love it because now people are starting to realize they can just make their own stuff instead of just trying to, you know, wait for these people to actually make good games. That's why, like, you know, it's with anything, like, you know what I'm saying? You get inspired from like the shortcomings of things. Like, I like making videos and stuff like that because, like, sometimes people don't be making the content, the videos that I want to be watching. Like, I make videos where I would want to watch it. I make art and do stuff that I would want to watch or participate in. I do not just straight up always do this. It is not a selfish thing to do the Pixar or the artist way to like really do things. Like, the true way to really do things is to make it so that you make or participate in something that you actually want to participate in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying while I'm getting my ass beat by Hayato. But yeah, I mean, I love that. I love the fact that indie games are like having a rise. I just played Suedo Gallia. That's an amazing freaking platformer. That is awesome, man. I love that game. It's so freaking great. I love Suedo Gallia. You should definitely try it. I did not try it for the big reason that's on the back. I did not do that. It was a coincidence. I just saw it for like 3 seconds in a video, and I was like, oh my God, this game looks great. I don't know why this is not working. Body to dry your eyes, and I can't let you go. Ooh. That's a beautiful song, man. I gotta get me some ice cream after this, man. I want some ice cream. We are don't see to believe, play to believe. Yes, the next Call of Duty is literally going to stream the textures to you instead of having it on the are you fucking kidding me? We've gotten that degenerate now? Are you kidding me? We're literally gonna stream textures? This is like what happened with Kingdom Hearts on the Switch, except worse. You're streaming textures to a game? I swear, absolutely not. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they are treating us like we're Neanderthals, man. How are they gonna treat us? How are they gonna literally say, I'm gonna stream the textures to you? Is that okay? What if the servers, like, maybe how this actually is going to work, like, they're going to, like, allow you to, like, patch the game and, like, get the textures on. What if the game's, like, servers die, right? Like, what if something happens? Like, what's going to happen to those textures? Will you be able to download those anymore? Probably not, because I know how this stuff goes. If, you know, I don't even know what to say to that. That sounds so stupid. AAA developers feel they need to go realism instead of fun. I'm glad Nintendo still understands the fundamentals of games. Fun! Do y'all hear that? Hopefully I didn't just make my audio go crazy, but like, do y'all hear that? Fun. Y'all bootlickers, what the heck is wrong with you? Just make games fun and just call it a day. I'm excited to see the indie AAA space blow up and show the corporation that fun is the core. It's hit and miss though. I every single time I buy an indie game, it's been good. Like, it's been pretty good for me. I understand there probably is some bad ones out there, and there might be some that I might even be way too lenient with, actually, probably. But from what I've seen so far, I'm pretty impressed with the indie scene. That's why I'm so good into it. Hey guys, real quick, I just want to let you guys know that this Darkstalkers book is not showing up on screen. I guess because I don't know why. It just doesn't want to. But this, like, Darkstalkers book is amazing. Okay, this is a great book. You should get it. It's an amazing Darkstalkers book. I have it on my desk. I am never taking it away from my desk ever. Darkstalkers is one of the best series of all time. Capcom, I don't even know if you should bring it back anymore. I think it's fine if you just let this series be okay. It's done. Just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not everything has to go on forever. And you did great with this series. I need to make a video on it. I need to really make a video on it. I just decided to make that tangent, and I just want to say that you guys should make a video on, I should make a video on Darkstalkers. Anyway, let's try to play the rest of the game. Honestly, at that point, I'll just probably make that whole entire segment its own video. I already said I wanted to show my face more in my discussion videos and stuff like that, so